Do you want to do the intro this time and say we are going to review?
Sure.
And then you could do the Parents Guide? No, I'll do the Parents Guide.
But first...
You suck.
Yeah, you ready? First, I gotta go like this.
Huh?
Do 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 do. We can start now.
All right. Hi, I am Craig Jones.
And I'm Devin Jones.
And we are a father and son review team today, and we saw Fantastic Beasts and... No, that was the first one. Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah.
We saw that today.
Okay.
One of the many movies we saw. Forgive us. We had to go on a movie marathon because he'd been in his mama's house for a week and we couldn't go see nothing. So we saw it all today. We're a little late with this review. We're sorry. Let me talk to the parents. Parents, this is, unless you've been living under a rock, it is that it's in the Harry Potter universe, which can get kind of dark sometimes. And this movie is very slow, so little kids probably will get bored. There's a lot of magical stuff to look at. But there's a lot of killing in this movie, and it's done in a very cold-hearted, mean-spirited way sometimes.
I forgot about that.
There's
the house scene.
Yeah, there's, and this is just for the parents as a little bit of a spoiler. A toddler is killed in this movie. It's off-screen, but you know it happens.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, Grindelwald is just a mean dude. He's psychotic, man. He's not as mean as Voldemort, but he's definitely a mean cat. So just be aware that this isn't a fun time at the movies. It's very somber, and it's very it's not really that scary. There's some moments with the snake that are a little scary, but it's a dark movie. It's not a fun time at the movies like some of the Harry Potter movies was. This is a very, very dark movie.
Like the first one was a lot more fun to watch than this one.
Yeah,
there were a lot more jokes in the first one, I think.
Yeah, this one was really serious.
There were still some disturbing, dark parts in the first one too, but not as much as this one.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and go on the record and say I'm sorry, man. I was bored watching this movie, most of it, man. The first one, I was like, I kind of met it halfway because I love Harry Potter. I love the J.K. Is it Rowling? Is that how you say it? Rowling? Some people say it differently. I don't know. But I love the universe she created. I read all the books. I saw all the movies, and I really enjoy Harry Potter universe. But this movie, my gosh, it just dragged on and on. It meandered. And a lot of the Potter books, in fact, all of them, to be honest, except for maybe the last one, they did kind of meander in plot a little bit. You don't know because you haven't read them, but they do meander, and then they get to a big climax at the end. They just kind of go all over the place. It's not like a single narrative. It just goes off in different directions. Yeah. And that's fine. It works good in the books, but I think making the movies, it doesn't work so well. I think she wrote the books, but she didn't write the screenplays for those movies, the Harry Potter movies. She's actually writing the screenplays for these movies, and these new ones, and they seem like her books. They just kind of meander and go all over the place, and I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. I like the universe. I love the special effects. The magic was cool,
Yeah.
But I just was not feeling this movie, man. And I feel bad because I'm such a Harry Potter fan and the Potterverse and all that, but I was not enjoying this movie. How'd you feel about it?
I agree. It was pretty boring. But there are some, intense, cool scenes where they're, flying around doing the stuff and you're like, sweet, Rev. But then it's not very interesting at a lot of other parts when they're sitting there talking, and there's nothing special about it.
Right. I think it would have been a good book to read. There wasn't enough of because the original Potter movies, the movies were good. They weren't the books, but they were good. But they would take parts of the book and streamline it and make a movie. Whereas this, it just goes all over the place. And I'm sorry, that Newt, what's his last? Is it Scamander or something like that? What's his name? Scamander.
I think it's Scamander, New Scamander.
Scamander. No, Newt, he's not very interesting, man. He's kind of a one-note character, and for him to be the lead, he's not... I don't really care about him, to be honest with you. The American dude was the only one I really cared about in the first one, and then
because he's funny,
and he's really just kind of walks around befuddled in this movie.
Yeah.
He doesn't really get a lot to do, and it's just his brother, my other son. He said it best for me. He was like, after the movie, he said, "Yeah, both movies were like boring, and then the end is great, and the ending to this movie is great. I did love the ending. Last 20 minutes of this movie is great.
That's awesome.
But up until then, it was a chore, man. I was trying not to fall asleep, and sorry, Rolling. I love you, I do, but this movie,
I don't really know how to feel about the whole search with Credence thing. I don't know. That seemed like it was like, eh.
I didn't mind the concept of it, but it's like
It just wasn't very like I didn't really care.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I wouldn't mind if some of that was taken out and it was more stuff with the Beast.
Right.
Because the Beasts are why people go to see
Or maybe
movies.
stuff with, I mean, Johnny Depp was great. Jude Law was fantastic as Dumbledore. I mean, I'd rather see them, to be honest. I'd see more of that. I don't care about all this other stuff. And like I said, as a book, it probably would have been really cool to read. But as a movie, it just meandered. It was boring. It was so slow. So slow.
Yeah, it was pretty slow.
Just a plodding, just slow pace. I'm not, I'm trying not to disrespect the filmmaker because he's great. But he's made like the last, I think, 5 movies. Maybe somebody else needs to step in and make, direct the next one. If they make another one. I don't know if they will.
Probably.
They want to make like 5 of these things. I'm like, okay, you're going to have to, step it up.
I mean, it's Harry Potter. People are going to see him.
Yeah, but they're going to have to step up the stories, man. If they're going to make 5 or 3 more of these damn things, no. I'm not going to go. If the next one's boring, I'm not going to any of the rest of them. Just not going to do it.
Yeah.
So what's your verdict?
I say this was worth the popcorn.
Really?
Or,
even though it's boring?
Yeah, I still enjoyed it. But, I mean, instead of saying worth the popcorn, I think I'm going to say it's worth the Fantastic Beasts.
Worth the popcorn.
Because the Fantastic Beasts are cool.
But it's not.
There wasn't a lot of like new creatures in this one though.
It's not about Fantastic Beasts. It's about power struggle.
Like the first one, there were a lot of like cool beasts, and you were like you see them and you're like, that's really cool. I want to know more. But then in this one, you see a bunch like in like his little like basement spot, but not really.
I like the basement spot. If they just kept it there and did something else, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. But for me, I'm going to say it's a misfire. Sadly, I'm going to say it's a misfire because it's not complete garbage, but it's just, I would say it was. If the last 20 minutes wasn't so awesome, I would say this movie was complete, crap. But I did really enjoy the last 20 minutes, It kind of jolted me out of my melancholy. I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, at the last minutes when the dude's there and you're just like,
Yeah, it started getting intriguing. Right about the time at that meeting when they were all meeting up and, that was pretty, it started to get good.
The ending is pretty interesting.
Yeah, the ending is awesome. But up until then, that's why it's a misfire for me because up until then, I was bored silly watching this movie. And it's like mildly interesting at parts, I guess, but...
But that ending scene, I forgot about something that happens there.
Well, don't tell.
Not gonna, but...
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was great. The ending is awesome. Like my 15-year-old said. He said, the ending's great, the rest was garbage. And he's right. I'm sorry, he is. I love you, Miss Rowling. I do. I love you, but I was not feeling this movie.
Yeah.
All right, so let's stop talking about this movie, and because it depresses me that it's the first Potter movie where I was like, nah, I just couldn't. I have to give it a thumbs down, and I feel bad. I feel bad. Yeah, I need to go take a shower or something because I feel bad that I'm hating on the Rowling universe because I love it so much.
It's the Wizarding World.
The Wizarding World. Yeah, okay, the Wizarding World. I love the Wizarding World, but I hated this movie up until the end.
I didn't hate it.
Right.
Just it wasn't very intriguing for a lot of it.
So you would say like skip you would say see it in a matinee though, right?
Yeah, you don't need to go see this.
Yeah, don't pay full price to see this movie. You'd be upset.
You can just like skip to the Beast. and skip to the end.
Well, so he's saying watch it at home so you can skip through stuff. The end. That's the problem, though. The end won't make sense if you don't watch the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's you got to watch that whole movie to figure out what's going on. The actors are all really good, though. The lighting's good. It's well made. It's just boring.
Yeah, like when you find out who Credence is, and
Yeah, I didn't. It's like really.
I
had to wait 2 hours for that.
yeah.
I think it would have been a good read to read it and imagine it in your head. I think it would have been better than what.
Probably. Yeah, I think this movie would have been better as a book than.
Yeah, so maybe
movie.
Rowling just needs like a screenwriter to help her out a little bit because she's a genius to me. I love her, but this movie. Ugh. All right, let's wrap this up because I'm getting upset.
If you like what we're doing, smash subscribe. No, I did that wrong. Smash the like button, punch subscribe, and tap the bell.
And hopefully, if you go see this movie, you like it more than we did.